Good evening, and thank you all for being here. I would like to start off by thanking North Shore High's Mark Jones and his teacher Jennifer Pratt. Lovely piano music we've been listening to so far this evening. And we are going to start off tonight with the singing of the national anthem by Lake Harbor student ELISE Strain, who is also one of our students of the year. She is accompanied by her dad and music teacher Brian Strain and theater teacher Nicole Abear. So if everyone could please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the home of the free and the home of the brave.
That was beautiful. Thank you very much. Everyone may have a seat. Good evening. My name is Meredith Mendez. I'm Director of Communications for the school system. And tonight we are here to honor our Students of the Year, our Support Employees of the Year, and our Substitute Teacher of the Year. This is a special night because these are the students and the employees who help make the St. Tammany Parish Public School System so wonderful and so great. I would like to start off by recognizing our school board members who are here tonight. We have Board President Jack Loop, Vice President Robin Mullett, Neil Hennigan, Beth Hines, Mike Derman, Charles Harrell, Michael Nation, Willie Jeter, Peggy Seeley, Sharon Lowe Drucker, Ron Betancourt, Bob Womack, Richard Hersey, Dennis Kuzan, and Mary Kay Belisario. I would also like to recognize our superintendent, Trey Foles, and our assistant superintendents, Regina Sanford and Pete Jabia. Now to our honorees tonight. Let's get started with our Outstanding Support Employees of the Year. These are the people who help out our schools, students, and their fellow employees. At the elementary level, we have Beverly Fleming from Lancaster Elementary. Beverly is the cafeteria manager, but her work extends far beyond the kitchen. She is known for her volunteer efforts and the special events that she helps to coordinate for the students and parents at the school. Thank you, Beverly, for all that you do. From St. Tammany Junior High, the Outstanding School Support Employee is Robin Weller. Being the secretary at the school is a second career for Robin, and it's clear she brought years of experience to St. Tammany Junior High. She is known for her positive attitude and her ability to do anything and to handle anything sent her way. So congratulations, Robin, on this honor. At the high school level, the Outstanding Support Employee is Eunice Kirk from Slidell High School. Eunice is also a secretary. She is known for her kindness and her generosity. And in addition to being a great employee, she is also a parent and has a unique perspective as both of her sons have graduated from Slidell High. So thank you for your commitment, Eunice. Representing the sites and offices outside of the schools, Mary Jo Day is the Support Employee of the Year. Mary Jo works at Central Office as the Human Resources Department, and she is known as a multitasker, and I know personally that she is quick to get any information needed. She is efficient and known for being a problem solver. Congratulations on this honor. All of these employees are dedicated and hardworking, and they keep the things running at our schools and our support sites. Now, the substitute of the year is someone who has to be able to jump in and help out wherever needed. And from Lake Harbor Middle School, this year's honoree is Catherine Hansen. Catherine began as a classroom volunteer and then moved into other positions, filling in wherever she was needed, and now that is in the classroom. Catherine was an Army major for almost 12 years, so she certainly knows how to handle a classroom. Catherine, we thank you for your dedication to our school system. Our next group is our Students of the Year. These are students who excel not only in their grades, but also in sports, music, community service, and in just about every other level. From our high school level, we have HAILEY TEACHOUT. And HAILEY is from Fontainebleau High. She works closely with several groups that help special needs children. She has been a volunteer at a hospital and is currently an intern at another one. In fact, her schedule is so busy that when I had to schedule a meeting with her, we ended up meeting at the hospital ER right after she finished up a shift. So congratulations, HAILEY, on this honor. Representing the middle and junior high division is Austin THOMBS from Boyet Junior High. Austin is active in sports and also excels in academics. He has a lifelong love of working with Legos, and that has led him into the field of robotics, which is why he one day hopes to have a career in mechanical engineering. So congratulations on this honor, Austin. And at the elementary level, our St. Tammany Parish Public School System Student of the Year is ELISE Strain. As you just saw, ELISE has a passion for music, and she can not only sing, but she can also play a number of instruments. She takes part in talented theater and is a member of the broadcast team. So let's give ELISE a round of applause. Thank you. So these are our future leaders right here before us. Let's give all of our award winners one more round of applause tonight. And I would also like to honor and say thank you to all of their parents and their administrators, because I know that without you, everyone up here, your families, they put up with a lot with your jobs and with school and after school activities. And so thank you to all of you for the hard work that you do. Thank you all for being here tonight. Please enjoy the food and drinks that we have. I would like to thank Supervisor Pat Ferris and her staff for preparing all of the delicious food that we have. And we will meet over in the boardroom at 7 o'clock when the meeting begins. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to Welcome, everyone, to our St. Tammany Parish School Board meeting for April 16th, 2015, over at the Brooks Education Complex. Always a nice time to come over here and see this wonderful building. Roll call, Ms. Weathers, please.
Mr. Luke?
Here.
Mr. Hennigan? Here. Mrs. Hines? Here. Mr. Dermott? Here. Mr. Harrell? Here. Mr. Nation? Here. Mr. Jeter? Here. Mrs. Seeley? Here. Mrs. Drucker? Here. Mr. Bettencourt? Here. Mr. Womack? Here. Mr. Hersey? Here. Mrs. Smollett? Mr. Kuzan? Here. Mrs. Belisario?
Thank you. If you'll stand, please, for the invocation, Pledge of Allegiance, led by Mr. Nation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, send down upon those of us who hold office as members of the St. Tammany Parish School Board the spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice, that we may with steadfast purpose faithfully serve in this office to promote the well-being of the children, the parents, and the educators of this parish. This we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Recognition of visitors. Anyone of the school board members have someone they would like to recognize tonight? All right, thank you. Okay, update on the plans for the St. Tammany Parish Performing Arts Center. Tonight, we're honored to have our parish president, Ms. Pat Bristol.
Come before you to update you on the St. Tammany Performing Arts Center. When I was here before, I made a commitment that we would keep you updated along the way as we go. So the parish now has retained AMS consultants to continue to assist us in the design process for the Performing Arts Center. The RFQ for architect selection will be advertised in the third quarter of 2015, and we will have an architect under contract in the fourth quarter of this year. Meanwhile, we are finalizing plans for site infrastructure and site master planning, and this includes the Cultural Resource Survey, which is currently underway. I might mention they've found some very interesting things in the Cultural Survey. They have been digging on the whole site. They have found relics that some date back before Christ. So that is an old area there. Small little pieces charged, but it's very, very exciting and amazing to look at that they've been there all that long. It's a very small area. It is not at all on the site where we plan to build the Performing Arts Center. It's more on the private, where the private buildings will be. So, but it's a small area and can be built around, and probably will, if I were doing it, I would make a showcase of that area that I think is a very important part. We're also working through the permitting process with the U.S. Corps of Engineers, Colonel Hanson, as well. Those final design plans will be complete, and site infrastructure will begin in 2016. And the long-awaited construction of the Performing Arts Center will begin in 2017. This is a priority project of my administration, as I've told you before, and we're very, very eager to see it underway. I'm also excited about the partnership possibilities with our school system that will allow us to take advantage of the instruction and performance spaces that the center will provide. The programming offered at the Performing Arts Center will be exactly what we need in our community to enhance and showcase the talent of our wonderfully talented children. So, as you all know, so many of our children make the trek across the lake and to Noka and to other schools, and it will be wonderful to have a facility here that we can showcase our own children with their very special talents. So that's our update today, and I appreciate the time, and we'll be back anytime that you want another update, or if we find any really more good relics. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
Mr. Luke,
Yes.
Mr. Luke,
Oh, hey, yes, ma'am.
I was wondering if, this is the first time some of our board members are hearing about the possibility of a partnership on this project, and I was wondering if we could ask Superintendent Foles to meet with Ms. Brister to discuss the possibility of a partnership, and then come back and report to the board about that possibility so that all of the board members are involved and informed on that.
Mr. Phelps? Oh, sounds good to you? All righty, that'll be good. Yeah, that's certainly an update there for the new members who haven't heard too much about this. That would be a good idea. Thank you, Ms. Hunt. Habitat for Humanity presentation, Superintendent Folks.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. Board members, if I could, before that, I want to personally thank Parish President Pat Brister for her support of our school system. Many of you attend the ribbon cutting, the groundbreaking the other day at the North Shore Technical College. And I can tell you that Ms. Brister, as well as William Wainwright, were very, very involved in making that happen. It certainly will be something that our school system and our students will benefit for many years to come. So, Ms. Pat, we thank you for your leadership in that and your support of our school system very much. Mr. Loop and board members, last week we announced to you the results of our fourth and final fundraising day for the 2014-15 school year. If you remember, a total of over $20,104.68 for Habitat for Humanity was raised. Last week, we gave half of that amount to the west side of the St. Tammany Habitat. Tonight, we are proud and privileged to give the other half to East St. Tammany Habitat for Humanity. On March 6th, we held our Hats for Habitat Day, and students, parents, and employees joined together to raise these funds. Tonight, from the East St. Tammany Habitat for Humanity, we have with us President and CEO Debbie Crouch. The East Habitat's mission is to bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. They have helped over 100 families build Habitat homes and get into a permanent housing situation. And they have done that through the struggles of Hurricane Katrina and Isaac. Habitat has found that 63% of their homeowners have noted a positive change in their children's school grades once they settled into their own homes. So tonight, we're pleased that we could partner with Habitat to help our families and our children in our school system. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Krause to come forward to join me at the podium and present this big check to her, as well as the small check that will go into the bank. Well, I'm extremely proud of our school system, our students, and our employees for raising $10,000 for the East, $20,000 overall. Very proud of that effort, and especially the fact that these funds will go to help our local families and our local students. I say a special thank you to our students, our parents, our staff members, and Ms. Crouch on behalf of our school system. We want to present this check to you. Thank you and your organization for your efforts on behalf of the students and people in St. Tammany Parish.
Thank you very much on behalf of East St. Tammany Habitat for Humanity, our board members, our staff, our families, our kids that you see every day. We feel like we do a pretty important job over here, but our children could not make it in this world if it weren't for educators, administrators, that you see our kids every day. You're not just educators and administrators. You might be there 8 hours a day of a certain quality time. Sometimes that's what it is. So I appreciate what you do on a daily basis. Thank you very much for the opportunity in this partnership, and this will be put to good use. Thank you very much.
Next, we have special presentation for Mr. Anthony Alfred, interim board member. Superintendent Foltz.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. Board members, over the past 6 months, we have all had the pleasure and the honor of working with Mr. Anthony Alfred. As you know, Mr. Alfred agreed to serve on the board following the passing of his son, Mr. Ray Alfred. Mr. Anthony knew that he would only serve temporarily until the election in which Mr. Dennis Kuzan won. But during his tenure on the school board, Mr. Anthony worked hard. He dedicated his time and efforts to the people in District 14 and to the school system at large. He has truly honored his son and his legacy by serving with determination and working to make our school system a better place. Mr. Anthony, if you would please come forward, I'd like to present you with this plaque to honor your time and effort spent working with the school board. And we also have a memorial brick, which will be placed in Preservation Plaza to note your service to our school system. We thank you for your efforts. We thank you for what you've done for the school system and for bridging that gap. And we know that you're not going anywhere, that you're going to be around. And we thank you. We appreciate everything you've done for the school system. We have this for you, and then we also have a brick. And I'm happy to tell you that I'm going to make sure that this brick for Anthony Alford sits right next to the brick that says Ray Alford, and for everything that he's done. So we thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't even know if I can say anything after that. But I would just like to say that truly it was a labor of love to do this. And I appreciate the trust that the board had in me to serve that unexpired term of my son. And I will forever be indebted to you for what you did. For that, for my family also, it was truly a great thing that you did. And I just want to thank all of you for bringing a new board member in and helping me to really understand a lot of the complexities of working in the board. And I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that. Also, a lot of the staff people, Pete right here was great in helping out, Dr. Sanford there, and many others, Durable and the rest that I had to call upon. And I thank all of you. Not only then, I know I'm missing somebody, but just forgive me if I miss calling you out. Ron Randolph, another one, and a lot of folks. But it, again, just thank you. And it was definitely a tribute to the family that I was able to serve. And I'll still be around if it's anything you feel that I can do. Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Alford, we have a resolution, please. We'd like to present a board resolution. If you'd remain there at the podium for just a minute, please. Ms. Belisario.
I'd like to present this resolution to my good friend Anthony Alford. Whereas Anthony Alford vowed to continue serving the students, parents, employees, and community members of the St. Tammany Parish School System on behalf of his son, Ray Alford, and whereas by filling this interim position on the school board, so honored the memory and legacy of his son and was able to finish this part of Ray Alford's journey, which began more than 2 decades ago. Whereas after Anthony Alford was selected by the majority of board members to fill the seat of District 14, he asked thoughtful questions and shared his opinion on important matters during his brief tenure. And whereas the contributions and commitment to the children of St. Tammany Parish shown by Anthony Alford and his son, the late Ray Alford, fully demonstrates the motto of the St. Tammany Parish Public School System of every child, every day. Now therefore it be resolved that the St. Tammany Parish School Board does, by virtue of this resolution, wish to recognize the contributions made by Anthony Alford and express appreciation for his dedicated service to the students, parents, employees, and community members of the St. Tammany Parish Public School System. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the official minutes of the board, with a copy sent to Mr. Anthony Alford as a tribute to his dedication and work.
Thank
And
you.
I so move.
And second, unanimous second. Thank you very much, Ms. Belisario. Any questions from the board? Questions from the public? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Thank you, Ms. Alford.
Thank you, Jack. Just one more comment that I just would like to make before I sit down. The board, District 14, is in good hands with Dennis Kuzan. I know he's good. I taught him back in high school. I tried to coach him in baseball and basketball, and he's always been he was an outstanding student, and more than that, he's an outstanding person, and I know he will be an outstanding school board member. Thank you, Dennis.
All right, so good. Okay, next we have special recognition, Students of the Year Awards. Superintendent Folks.
Thank you, Mr. Liu. Board members, hard to believe that it's been a year and we're back here to do our Student of the Year Award. It's certainly a recognition that we all look forward to. I want to thank Meredith and her staff for putting together the reception that we had earlier. It certainly was nice, and I think people really enjoyed themselves for that as well. Tonight I have the privilege of introducing to you the District Students of the Year for the St. Tammany Parish Public School System. These students are exceptional representatives of our over more than 38,000 students district-wide. At the elementary level, Elise Strain from Lake Harbor Middle School is our Student of the Year. At our reception, you had a chance to hear Elise sing, so it shouldn't be a surprise to you that her dream is to become an actress on Broadway, right after earning a degree in musical theater from New York University. So she has it all planned out. She has the whole future lined up, even though she's only in 5th grade. She is also currently making a big impact through a passion that is close to her heart. So let's take a look at that with Channel 13.
Lake Harbor Middle School 5th grader Elise Strain is a bright, outgoing, and talented young lady whose work in the community reveals her compassionate nature.
Compassion means like something that you really care about.
She is making cool caps, which are little bottle caps, and she's going to sell those.
I do bottle cap necklaces, bottle cap bows, bottle cap magnets.
These bottle caps are a product of Elise's charity that she launched, called Cool Caps for Cancer, to fund cancer research.
I'm just hoping that we can stop cancer and nobody will have to go through losing somebody to cancer like I had to go through.
And serving in the community and raising money through acts of service are very important to Elise.
It's very important that we do them, because if we don't, then it's going to happen more. Homeless people are going to help more. People are going to be hungry more. But if we go out and help them, there'll be less and less and less people who don't have a home, don't have enough food.
Elise is also an outstanding student who really loves science.
Okay, very good. She's curious. She always has full of questions and wants to understand. She's not satisfied with just being able to spit back information.
Yet science is not the only area where Elise excels. Elise is also an accomplished musician who loves to play the violin.
And it's also very challenging because it's not just a definite note that you have to find. You can find a lot of them, and it's really fun to kind of see different things you can do on the violin, different techniques.
And the violin is not the only way Elise expresses her musical talent. She also plays the piano.
You can really express yourself on the piano. I just love being able to dig into a piece that I really like or that's fun.
And she also has a part to play in the theater.
Are you trying to tell me something? Wait! Robin! Don't go! Acting is just my passion. I love acting.
Excelling in her gifted classes, active in both talented theater and talented music, and working hard in the community, which includes launching her own charity. All qualities that make Elise Strain the perfect choice for this year's Parish Student of the Year.
I'm so proud that she's being recognized because she is such just an incredible person.
I also want to recognize her mom and dad and her grandparents. I know they're all here tonight as well. So if y'all all stand up as well and be recognized. And her principal, Susan PATIN, is somewhere right there. Susan. Congratulations. We're proud of you, and good luck. You want to say anything?
I guess I just want to thank my teachers and Miss PATIN for my school is wonderful. Part of the reason I succeed is because I have such a wonderful school, great teachers, and my parents and grandparents have just been so amazing to me, teaching me stuff and just doing everything they can to make me who I am.
In the middle junior high category tonight, we are honoring Austin THOMBS from Boyet Junior High. Austin is multi-talented. He not only makes exceptional grades, but he also excels in sports, does all kind of work in robotics, and loves to read. In fact, he has read War and Peace when he was just in 5th grade. Something that he says helped expanded his vocabulary, which has come in very handy recently. Take a look at Channel 13 in Austin.
Symptomatic. S-Y-M-P-T-O-M-A-T-I-C. Symptomatic.
That is correct.
Good spelling can leave a positive impression on people.
We had a spelling bee here, sponsored by the Junior Auxiliary, and as a 7th grader, he won, and it kind of raised a flag right there. I mean, he's an extremely bright student.
Exceptional enough to stand out in a crowd of Boyet Student of the Year applicants.
Not only is Austin very involved in his schoolwork, but he also participates in a lot of extracurricular activities, so he's kind of that well-rounded kid that you think the Student of the Year should be.
Connections within the community, extracurricular activities, had good standing with attendance, discipline, grades, and Austin came out in front in every single one of those categories.
With that kind of resume, it wasn't hard for Mr. THOMBS to contend for the District Student of the Year honors.
We got a phone call back that said he was our middle school, junior high Student of the Year. I was excited, but I was kind of expected it.
Yet this student was caught off guard.
When he called me up, I was at first really surprised because I knew I had a lot of good competition.
Austin recognizes the importance his family played in helping him earn this honor.
My mom's definitely helped me a lot. She's kind of helping me academically. She got me started reading at a young age. And my dad, he helps me along with athletics. I think that he's really taught me how to work together with other people and not give up when you're faced with difficult circumstances.
He's extremely gifted and it all stems from his parents.
Smart, well-rounded, with great parental support. No wonder young Mr. THOMBS has designed his own career path.
I started out building Legos, and it kind of just ascended from there to being like programming and building robots and controlling them. And I'm hoping that the knowledge I get through classes like DTT can really help me work towards a career in mechanical engineering.
And where best to further his life's goal than at a top-notch university?
I'd really like to go to MIT. That's been like the college that I've really wanted to go to for quite a few years. It's the best engineering college in the United States, so it'd be really cool if I could go there.
MIT, yes, that would be cool. Tiger Edwards, Channel 13.
And let me ask Austin's family to stand up as well. I know they're here to support Austin very, very proud. Congratulations, we're proud of you. Good luck. You want to say anything?
I don't know, it's kind of hard to follow up.
You ain't lying. That's happened to many good men before, so don't worry about it.
I guess I'd like to just thank everybody who's gotten me here. I'd like to thank the school board for giving me this opportunity and my parents for helping me along the way.
All right.
Our next award winner is from the high school level, HAILEY TEACHOUT from Fontainebleau High School. HAILEY missed being the first baby born in 1997 in St. Tammany Parish by just 3 minutes. But since then, I don't think HAILEY has missed out on anything. She's won award after award. She excels in school, as well as her many extracurricular activities. HAILEY is well-rounded, but it takes you about 2 minutes to know that it's her personality and her spirit that truly shines through in everything she does. Take a look at Channel 13 and HAILEY.
Every day, mild-mannered HAILEY TEACHOUT, Fontainebleau High School senior and St. Tammany Parish Student of the Year, goes to school like any other student. But there's something else, something heroic at work. I decided to find out more.
HAILEY epitomizes our motto, the best of the best. Okay, her strong will and desire to be the best is evident in the things that she does, academically and with community and school.
With a 4.0 GPA and a 33 on her ACT, HAILEY not only excels in the classroom, but also maintains strong bonds with her peers outside of the classroom, especially with the Bulldog Buddies and her longtime sidekick, Richard.
I've been in a club called Bulldog Buddies, which is about making friendships with kids with special needs. And I started out as a freshman, and my Bulldog Buddy was Richard.
Her involvement with Bulldog Buddies has been one of her top priorities.
And so that's been one of my favorite parts of high school, has been being Richard's buddy, and also he's one of my best friends.
Well, most time when we see each other around campus, we talk on the phone a lot, and we really get to have good conversations.
When the regular ed kids make that connection with the Bulldog Buddies, with the special needs kid, it's amazing how strong that bond is. And HAILEY's a big part of that.
HAILEY also interns at St. Tammany Parish Hospital and has decided that becoming a physician and helping others will ultimately be her true superpower.
I really like science, and I'm going to be a biology major, and I plan on going to medical school, so biology is going to give me a really strong background.
HAILEY has really been such a shining star in the internship program.
As you would expect, HAILEY's humble demeanor about being named Student of the Year only helps reinforce why she was awarded the honor.
It was just great because it's shown that all of my hard work has paid off, because it's not I'm smart, but I'm not naturally a straight A student. And so I have to work for every grade that I get, every test that I take. And so it's really nice that all that hard work is being recognized.
She's a positive role model. She's driven. She's focused. And more importantly, she's a great kid.
So, in the end, HAILEY is just your typical teenager. Nothing out of the ordinary here, right?
I'm a pretty normal teenager.
HAILEY TEACHOUT, Student of the Year and a real-life superhero. Rhett Sharp, Channel 13.
Congratulations. May I ask HAILEY's family to stand up as well, and thank y'all for everything you've done. And Principal Johnny VITRANO is here. Johnny, stand up. And I forgot to mention Christian Munston, who's Austin's principal. Christian, thank you for being here. So you want to say something?
I'd like to thank my family for being there not only when I'm succeeding, but for all the times in between. I'd like to thank Fontainebleau High School, especially my principal, Mr. Johnny VITRANO, for pushing me to be the best that I can possibly be. And I'd like to thank St. Tammany Parish School System for allowing me to learn in an environment that allows me to recognize my full potential. And thank you so much for this honor, because it really means that everything I've worked for is coming true. So, thanks.
I'll just do what Miss Becky says. Mr. Liu, board members, I think the common thread that you saw tonight was the commitment from the family. Each one of these has great parental support. You know, a motto, I think a year ago or so, of our school system was working together for success. And I think what you see tonight is a prime example of what working together can mean. When you see these three students, when you hear them talk about their family, you hear them talk about their commitment to other students, you hear them compliment their parents for being there for them. I really think we should just go home from here because we probably can't do any better than we've done so far tonight. So I really appreciate all of them and their parents, and I know that they will be great representatives of our school system for many years to come. So thank you to them. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, students, and as Mr. Foe said, we're so thankful we have parents that care about their children as much as you all do, and we certainly are so glad we have so many in this parish that do that. Congratulations. Next, we have the Outstanding Support Employees of the Year Awards. Mr. Michael Kosey.
Good evening, President Loop, Superintendent Foles, board members. It's my honor and privilege to be able to present to you tonight the Outstanding School Support Employee Awards. This is for our entire parish. And the first person I'm going to ask to come to the podium is Miss Beverly Fleming. She is a cafeteria manager at Lancaster Elementary. Ms. Fleming was nominated by Ms. Altie Fairburn, who is the bookkeeper at Lancaster. And Ms. Fairburn writes, one of Lancaster's elementary greatest assets, Ms. Beverly Fleming, can be found managing the school cafeteria. Mrs. Fleming uses her skill, dedication, leadership qualities, positive attitude, and love for students to make Lancaster Elementary's award-winning cafeteria a place where the best food and customer-friendly service is found. Mrs. Beverly and her staff have earned numerous state and federal recognition awards since opening Lancaster Elementary in 2011. In addition to her daily duties as cafeteria manager for Lancaster's outstanding cafeteria, Mrs. Beverly led numerous food drives. She's prepared and delivered healthy snack bags for the 159th Fighter Wing Air Guard Unit in Belle Chase, Louisiana, and operated educational snack booths at family learning night events. Mrs. Beverly loves reaching out to help our students, families, staff, and community. Always willing to go the extra mile, Mrs. Beverly and her cafeteria staff prepare cookies for special programs and events, including quarterly PBIS celebrations, seaworthy sailor events, and more. Mrs. Beverly and her staff attend evening events, help with administrative lunches, treats, special ceremonies, breakfast with moms, breakfast with dads, and PTA Grandparents' Day at Lancaster. With her bubbling, friendly, and always helpful personality, Mrs. Beverly's love for her job and the students and faculty shows daily. It is an honor to have Mrs. Beverly Fleming represent Lancaster Elementary in the Elementary Division for St. Tammany Parish School Board with the 2015 Outstanding School Support Employee Award. Ms. Susanna Welsh is here, representing her principal, representing Ms. Beverly tonight, along with Ms. Beverly's family. Please honor Ms. Beverly. Next up is the Middle Junior High Division, and I'm going to ask Ms. Robin Weller, who's a secretary at St. Tammany Junior High School, to approach the podium. Ms. Weller was nominated by Ms. Shalone Lacoste, the assistant principal at St. Tammany Junior High. And Ms. Lacoste writes, due to her strong professionalism and background, Mrs. Robin Weller has become the face of St. Tammany Junior High for the administration, teachers, staff, parents, and students. Robin is able to multitask, answering the phone, assisting teachers over the intercom, assisting parents, and often sick children with ease. Mrs. Weller's decision to apply within the St. Tammany Parish school system was a career and family opportunity that now provides her more time to spend with her husband and her 2 children. She previously worked in the banking industry and was employed there for 15 years prior to accepting this position. It is evident that she loves people from her past customer relations and her commitment to making the workplace a better environment. Robert is enthusiastic and truly enjoys being around the students each and every day. Mrs. Weller's can-do attitude and high spirit, coupled with a keen sense of respect for others, are evident in her relationship with coworkers, teachers, and administrators. I noticed her organizational skills and her attention to detail, along with motivation, go above and beyond the required job description. Mrs. Weller's friendly voice fosters an attitude that St. Tammany Junior High is a place of business where respect and communication are key elements to success. Based on Mrs. Weller's immeasurable work ethic and actions, it is with great pleasure we recognize her as the Middle Junior High 2015 St. Tammany Parish School Board Outstanding School Support Employee. Mr. Vince DiCarlo, the principal of St. Tammany Junior High, is here, along with Mrs. Weller's husband. Please recognize Mrs. Weller. Next up in the high school division, we have Miss Eunice Kirk, who is a secretary at Slidell High School. I will ask Miss Kirk to approach the podium. Ms. Kirk was nominated by Mr. William Percy, the principal of Slidell High School, and Mr. Percy writes, Eunice Kirk is one of the kindest, most patient, and professional secretaries in the system. Ms. Kirk deftly navigates the labyrinth of obtaining substitutes as a registration secretary, making sure that incoming students and parents have a smooth transition to Slidell High School. When the parent or student is unsure, she is calm and patient, using multiple strategies throughout the process, displaying grace under pressure. Ms. Kirk is also a perfect match as the KITS secretary, as reflected with genuine kindness, whereas she often purchases items for these students with her own monies. The office personnel are frequently the recipients of her cooking expertise, as she will share her lunch with 15 people, but she is never taken advantage of, as she is practical and pragmatic. Eunice willingly learns new duties, actively participates in district workshops, and knows where to find the answer to a question in the event she does not know the answer. Any form needed is immediately available due to her meticulous organization. Dedication to Slidell High School is shown throughout her willingness to complete complex tasks with duty and hospitality. Having 2 sons who are graduates of Slidell High School gives Ms. Eunice Kirk the perspective of both employee and parent, having also served as a chairperson on the PTA board. Ms. Kirk comes through annually perfecting and preparing the Slidell High School coffee punch for the Christmas faculty brunch, and also eloquently performing for the faculty follies, and also sporting school pride with humor on Spirit Days. We are indeed fortunate to have this consummate professional who understands the impact of a pleasant demeanor every day. Congratulations to Ms. Eunice Kirk, the high school division winner for the 2015 Outstanding School Support Employee. Mr. Billy Percy, as I mentioned earlier, is here, as well as Ms. Kirk's family. I think her 2 sons, the big tall guys that were in the reception, are here tonight. So congratulations, Ms. Kirk. Lastly, we have the non-school division winner, and I would ask Miss Mary Jo Day, who is a clerk typist 2, to approach the podium. Ms. Day was nominated by Ms. Lori Niehaus, the coordinator of Human Resources. Ms. Niehaus writes, it has been a privilege supervising Mary Jo for the past 8 years in the Human Resources Department at the C.J. Shane Administrative Complex. Mary Jo Day has shown a continuous commitment to meeting the goals of our department and our school system while employing her talents exceptionally, executing her job. Mary Jo is the kind of employee we all hope to hire when there is an employee vacancy. She is a professional who works very well with her coworkers. She is also a team player willing to accept assignments essential to our department's success. Another characteristic of this wonderful employee is her ability to work under difficult, high-pressure situations and still attain excellent results. Mary Jo's attention to detail and thoroughness with each task is truly evident in her day-to-day responsibilities. One aspect of Mary Jo's responsibilities has her managing multiple deadlines affecting hundreds of employees relative to time and attendance and board-approved sick leave requests. She works within this confidential realm of efficiency and care for each employee she assists. Mary Jo displays a level of dedication above and beyond the scope of her job, utilizing talent, self-discipline, and trust. Mary Jo Day is most deserving of this prestigious award. Mary Jo Day is our congratulations on winning the non-school division 2015 Outstanding School Support Employee. Ms. Lori Niehaus is also here along with Mary Jo's family. Mary Jo Day. Thank you, board members. This is the best of the best chosen this year for the Outstanding School Support Employees, and it is a wonderful tribute to all the support employees we have out there who support the wonderful students, examples that you had before you tonight. Thank you all very much.
Congratulations to those support employees. Thank you for all that you do for our system. Next, we have Substitute of the Year Award, Ms. Dorval Dangerfield.
Thank you so much, Mr. Loop, Mr. Foles, board members, and everyone gathered tonight. The St. Tammany Parish Public Schools Substitute Employee of the Year Award provides an opportunity to honor an outstanding substitute who demonstrates a positive attitude, professional service, and a cooperative team approach in the day-to-day operations of substitute responsibilities and activities at the school level. We are proud to honor our 2014-2015 Substitute Employee of the Year, nominated by Lake Harbor Middle School, Ms. Catherine Hanson. Will you please come forward? Ms. Hanson was recommended for the work she has done as a substitute classroom teacher for over a year. Not only does she substitute and volunteer for us, but she's also a veteran of the Army, a Boy Scout leader, sports coach, and a military spouse. She has 2 sons who attends the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. Principal Susan Patin states, Ms. Hanson originally came to our school as a classroom volunteer. As time progressed, she became a school-wide volunteer, active member of the PTA, spearheaded our Art Adventure Day, and is in charge of acquiring substitutes, volunteers for our staff PBIS celebration. She is always ready to fill a position when and wherever needed. Ms. Hanson herself writes, I consider my greatest contribution as being a compassionate substitute that loves my job. When a teacher repeatedly contacts me to sub in their classrooms, I know that they believe I have done a good job for them and their students, providing a positive influence in the lives of many students. Join me at this time in congratulating Catherine Hanson, our 2014-2015 Substitute Employee of the Year.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Hanson. Thank you very much for all you do for us. Next, we have the Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is this month, and Ms. Drucker has some introduction for us.
Thank you, Mr. Loop. I'd like to introduce a good friend of mine and a friend to our community. He's a man of many caps. His name is Clay Madden. He is on the board for the Exchange Club. Also, he's an elected official as the Manville City Councilman at large. Clay, could you please step up to the podium and say a few words about the Exchange Club and about the CAPS program?
Thank you all very much for having me, Mr. Chairman, members. My name is Clay Madden. I'm a banker. I work at Gulf Coast Bank. I am an elected member of the Manville City Council. I'm a proud father and husband. And as Sharon said, I'm a man of many caps. One of the things that I enjoy the most, extracurricular activities, is being a member of the West St. Tammany Exchange Club. And real quick, if I could give you a little bit of background of the Exchange Club. The Exchange Club is a national organization. It is a service organization, much like Kiwanis or Rotary. It is the oldest service organization exclusively operating in America. It was founded in 1911 in Detroit, Michigan, and it got its name from a bunch of guys that just got together and wanted to exchange ideas. Some people think it's a business networking group. It's not. We have 4 things that we stand for: Americanism, family, community service, and children. In the 70s, the National Exchange Club adopted child abuse prevention as its national issue. Here in Louisiana, we have several clubs. Lake Charles, Shreveport, Baton Rouge has a strong one. We used to have one in New Orleans and Jefferson Parish, but we no longer do. I would argue that the one in St. Tammany Parish is the strongest in the state. We're a little bit smaller than like a Rotary or a Kiwanis, but we're very strong, and our members like to get our hands dirty. So we do a lot of things, and there's probably no better ally that we have here in St. Tammany than the St. Tammany Parish school system. Every April, at the end of the year, at the end of April, we have our Student of the Year breakfast, and probably some of these students that were honored will be there in about 2 weeks at Shafunkta Country Club. We ask one graduating high school senior, and we ask the principals and the schools to select those, and we honor them with a breakfast. The other thing, this is a new thing that we just did in the last month, or month or two, was the Buddy Bench Project. We had a lady that was a member of our club that had an autistic child, and she heard about the Buddy Bench Project on the internet. It was, I think, from Philadelphia, a child did it, in Pennsylvania, and came to us and said, can we do the Buddy Bench Project? And we worked with the school system. The Buddy Bench Project is each school gets a buddy bench, and kids that have problems socializing can sit on the bench and make a friend. And so we got it to where we'll have them in all of the K through 6 schools, the elementary and middle schools, in this parish by the end of the school year. So we've got 11 more to build, and the Exchange Club's built these benches. So that's something we're very proud of. And I forgot to mention one thing before I go into CAP. Been at a couple of functions with Mr. Fultz lately, and I forgot to mention I am a 12-year alumni of the St. Tammany Parish School System. Manville High graduate in 1998. So anyway, I'm very proud to be here. And Sharon asked me to come talk about our CAP initiative. Child Abuse Prevention Month is every April, and that's designated by the United States Congress. And it's been years. And our local Exchange Club, since it's our mission, child abuse prevention, said, what can we do in the month of April that can really, make this aware to the community? So we formed a committee called the Child Abuse Prevention Committee, and we started calling it CAP, the CAP Committee. And we're like, CAP? Let's just wear caps. So baseball caps, the national color of the Exchange Club is blue. We have CAP for CAP, Child Abuse Prevention. Similar to breast cancer awareness in October, where everybody wears pink, we want as many people wearing these caps in the month of April. Now we realize, like, I'm a guy that wears a suit and tie to work, can't wear them every day, so we're asking people to wear them every Friday in April. No matter what line of work you're in, if you wear a suit, if you wear whatever you wear to work, wear this cap on Friday, every Friday in April. So we're kind of in the middle of the month. We have several other activities planned, but I'm very happy to be here, and I thank the St. Tammany Parish Public School System for joining in this effort, and Sharon wanted me to come and just share a little bit about this. The CAP initiative, the CAP program, is not a fundraiser. We have another fundraiser in August. This is designed just to build awareness and education of this problem. And wearing the cap is showing that it's bringing awareness of this problem. St. Tammany Parish has one of the highest incidences, and I don't know all the statistics, but I do know we're one of the highest in the state. It pays no attention to race or economics or rural, urban, suburban. Child abuse happens everywhere. And we want to bring this problem. And somebody was asking me the other day, you know, the breast cancer thing is really taken off in October because a lot of people have a mother or an aunt or a grandmother or a daughter or somebody that's been affected by it. Is child abuse really something that needs an entire month? And read NOLA.com. I mean, read the paper. It's happening, and we want it to stop. The only thing else that I'll say, one of my colleagues was not able to be here tonight. An Exchange Club member is our new director of the Hope House, the Children's Advocacy Center in Covington, Dr. Barbara Hebert. And I want to really pump her up a lot because she joined the Exchange Club and she's gone around. She couldn't be here tonight, but she's gone around with the cap and brought this into the eastern part of the parish, into Slidell. She was at Slidell City Hall with Mayor Drennan. They did a proclamation, and her organization services Washington Parish, and she's brought it up there as well. So we want everybody in the state and in the country to be wearing these caps. So, but it started here. It's the Exchange Club. We're very, very proud of it, and we thank you for your support. Now, I didn't bring any caps with me because I heard y'all tend to have more people than a Mandeville City Council meeting, and I didn't want to give anything to the elected officials that I couldn't give to everybody. But the caps are free. That's another great thing about this. We started last year. We pay $3 a cap, and we sold them for $4, and the extra $1 went in to buy more caps for this year. Well, I mentioned earlier it's not a fundraiser. We had so many people just donate without us even asking. Because it's such an emotional issue, people just said, here's money for the cap program. That allowed us to buy 1,000 more caps this year, and we're giving them away for free, and several businesses and banks and restaurants are participating and giving them away for free all this month. So I'm not going to sit here and name all the businesses, but I do know a lot of the PJs have them. Get around the parish, restaurants, coffee shops, banks, other businesses are participating in this, and we really appreciate y'all's support. So happy to answer any questions, but no, you'll have a long agenda.
Thank you, Clyde.
Thank you.
With that being said, I'd like to present this resolution to the Exchange Club. Whereas child abuse is a serious and growing problem affecting more than 1 million of our nation's children annually and thousands of children locally. And whereas child abuse crosses all races, religions, classes, and geographic boundaries and costs our nation over $220 million every day. And in fact, has been declared a national emergency. And whereas the St. Tammany Parish School Board supports healthy child development and values children, protects them from harm, and does not tolerate the abuse of neglect of children. And whereas healthy children are more likely to be well prepared for learning and perform better in school. And whereas prevention awareness is the best hope for reducing child abuse and neglect and improving the lives of children and families. And whereas by recognizing Child Abuse Prevention Month, the St. Tammany School Board further confirms its commitment in valuing our children, strengthening families, and engaging our community. And whereas the Exchange Club of West St. Tammany, through its support of educational programs and community service activities, is making significant progress in preventing child abuse in St. Tammany Parish. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the St. Tammany Parish School Board does hereby proclaim the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the St. Tammany Parish Public School System, and urges all citizens to use this time to better understand and recognize and respond to this grievous problem. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the official minutes of the board, with a copy sent to the Exchange Club of West St. Tammany as a tribute to the group's continued work in trying to prevent child abuse. Thank you very much, Clay. And I so move to accept this resolution.
Second? Second. Any other comments from the board? Comments from the public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Thank you, Clay.
Thank you all very
Thank
much,
you.
members. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Public comments, we have none for 5 minutes. We do have a couple for 3 minutes. And first up, Ms. Lee Barrios.
Superintendent Fultz, board members, staff, and the public, first let me congratulate the Students of the Year. As a former teacher, I know that, that the best part of being a teacher is seeing our students become happy, productive citizens.
Yeah.
Tonight, I want to formally announce my candidacy for District 1, the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, affectionately known as Bessie. I want to give a shout out first to my oldest son who showed up tonight to give me support. He's a graduate of Mandeville High more years ago than either one of us wants to admit, and he's going to be helping me with my campaign. District 1 is comprised of all of St. Tammany, much of Jefferson Parish, and a small part of Orleans Parish. All the voters of this district are encouraged to cast their votes and have their voices heard in shaping the future of Louisiana and our children. As you all know, I'm a former St. Tammany educator with a master's degree and national board certification. I began my advocacy for public education almost 43 years ago, first as a parent of 3 children enrolled in St. Tammany Public Schools. Then 26 years ago, I took that advocacy to another level by returning to college to obtain my undergraduate and graduate degrees and certification as an educator. After 17 years teaching, upon retirement 5 years ago, I became a full-time advocate. I believe my experience, my expertise, and my enthusiasm make me highly qualified to serve on the highest K-12 education policy-making body in the state. The preamble of Article 8 of our state constitution says that the goal of the public educational system is to provide learning environments and experiences that are designed to promote excellence in order that every individual may be afforded an equal opportunity to develop to his full potential. We need to make sure that the democratic foundation of public education is preserved so that every child has that equal opportunity to reach his or her potential and the opportunity to share in the exciting future for which all citizens of the United States of America are responsible. Our education policymakers at both the state and federal level have for too long denied the proven effective practice of identifying the individual strengths of each child so as to inform and develop the pathways for guiding our children in reaching their individual potentials. Instead, they have misused our accountability mandate as a punitive weapon in the form of a single high-stakes standardized test. They have determined that accountability using a fabricated measure of failure requires punishment, and in so doing, our children, teachers, schools, and districts often find themselves unfairly and needlessly labeled as failures. It's time for Bessie to mandate a system of constructive accountability, wherein every student's individual potentiality is identified and addressed in a broad curriculum, and every teacher is held accountable for professional development designed to improve his or her ability to facilitate success rather than punish for failure. It's time for our Department of Ed and Bessie to return to a supportive and collaborative agency that acknowledges the expertise of Louisiana educators, the benefits of parental participation, and the importance of community voice and support in our constant efforts to improve educational outcomes that will determine the future success of our community, our children, and our economy. Yes, public education is a game changer for Louisiana, our children, and our future. I hope you will support me in my efforts to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Okay, I believe Madison, you're going to have to help me with this last name. Madison? Signed up to speak? Okay, I guess they didn't stick around. Maybe she thought this was a sign-in sheet. There we go. All right, thank you. All right, there we go. Okay, agenda items. Approval of the minutes for the regular meeting held March 12, 2015. Mr. Womack, thank you, and Ms. Drucker for a second. Questions from the board? Comments from the public? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Approval of the minutes for the special meeting held March 12, 2015. Mr. Durman. Second, Mr. Jeter. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Appropriate retirement resolutions for the following non-certificated personnel subsequent to March 12, 2015. Heather L. Walters, Bayou Woods Elementary, 21.81 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Diane P. Fashion, Brock Elementary, 13.27 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Sheila V. Jefferson, Transportation Center, 18.18 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Janice G. Clackle, Transportation Center, 21.8 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Moved by Mr. Womack, second Mr. Kuzan. Questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Approval of the recommendations from the committee as a whole, Human Resources Education meeting on April 9th, 2015. Ms. Hines.
Thank you, Mr. Loop. As you stated, we met on April 9th, and we have the following recommendations. Recommends approval of revisions to the regulations for the assessment of school personnel for 2014-15. I'd like to make a motion that we accept this recommendation.
Second? Okay, we got Ms. Mullet. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Our second recommendation is recommends approval of revisions to the drug-free workplace policy. And I'd like to make a motion that we accept that recommendation.
All right. Second, Ms. Seeley. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
The committee also recommends approval of the math textbooks committee selections. And I'd like to make a recommendation that we accept those committee recommendations.
Okay. Second by Mr. Nation. Questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered. Thank you, Ms. Hine.
Mr. Luke,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
before we conclude, I'd just like to thank the people that worked on the math textbooks committee. That was a lot of work, and appreciate the administration, central office staff getting that all together, and the committee as a whole working for that.
Absolutely, and that Saturday morning was just awesome, the way everything was organized. It was just outstanding to see what went on there that day. Thank you. Approval of the recommendations from the committee as a whole, Business Affairs Administrative meeting held April 9th, 2015. Mr. Dunham.
Thank you, Mr. Luke. The committee had the following recommendations. One, recommends the acceptance of the changes to the naming of board property policy. I so move.
Second by Mr. Jeter. Questions from the board?
Board members, you'll notice we made the revisions that we talked about other night, last Thursday, about adding other board members that were involved with that school. So you'll notice that revision is made for the vote for tonight.
Any other comments from board members? Thank you, Mr. Folks. Questions from the public? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Second, recommends the acceptance of the changes to the district handbook for student and parents.
Mr. Womack, second by Mr. Kuzan. I believe we had a couple of changes there too, maybe, Mr.
We did,
Folks?
Mr. Javier, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Just one recommendation, I think it came from Mr. Hersey, that we remove the word similar, and that has been removed.
All right. Any comments from the board? Questions from the public? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Third, recommends the acceptance of the low base bid submitted by Max Construction Company Incorporated of MS, Mississippi, I assume, in the amount of $4,469,100 for the new cafetorium at Abney Elementary School, STPPS, project number 1425.
Mr. Hersey, second by Ms. Drucker. Questions from the board? Comments from the public? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Fourth, we recommend the rejection of all bids submitted for the additions to Chatham Elementary School, STPSB project number 1465, because all bids submitted are over the amount budgeted for the project.
Mr. Bettencourt, second by Ms. Seeley. Chat, email, and okay. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Fifth, recommends the adoption of resolution relative to community development block grant, the CDBG funding.
So moved.
Ms. Hines, move. Second? Second. Ms. Seeley? Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Sixth, recommends the adoption of the resolution authorizing the advertising for sealed bids for the purchase of general obligation school bond series 2015 of St. Tammany Parish-wide School District Number 12 for the Parish of St. Tammany, State of Louisiana, and providing for other matters in connection therewith. Not so moved.
Mr. Thurman? Second. Second, Mr. Nation. Any questions from the board? Oh, that was Mr. Harrell. I'm sorry, it's Mr. Harrell. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
7, recommends the acceptance of the firm Laporte CPAs and business advisors to providing auditing services for the fiscal year 2014-2015 through 2018-19 school year.
Mr. Nation, move. Second, Ms. Drucker. Any questions from the board? Comments from the public? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? So ordered.
Mr. Luke, that concludes our report from our committee, but I would like to thank Construction and Maintenance Department for the air conditioning improvements that were done here at Brooks Center. I don't know if they had to show off so much tonight, but I mean, it's working. So we want to thank them for their efforts too.
We're looking for that happy medium somewhere in here, you know?
Yeah. I was just wondering how long it's going to take somebody to mention that. Thank you, Mr. Darren. Certification of board members Neil M. Hennigan, Elizabeth B. Heinz, Michael J. Derman, Stephen J. Jackloop III, Charles T. Harrell, Michael C. Nation, Willie B. Jeter, Peggy H. Seeley, Sharon Lowe Drucker, Ronald Ron Bettencourt, Robert R. Womack, Richard Ricky Hersey Jr., Robin P. Mullet, Dennis S. Kuzan, Mary Kay Belisario, and completion 1 hour training for 2015, presented on April 9th, 2015. Mr. Foltz.
Thank you, Mr. Loop. I do certify that the above-named board members did indeed complete the certification training as noted above.
All right, so thank you. Okay, no other business there. I'll get the announcements from the president. A special board meeting for the purpose of an expulsion appeal hearing will follow tonight's meeting. A special board meeting will be held on Thursday, April 23rd, 7 p.m. for the purpose of conducting interviews for the position of Supervisor of Curriculum and Instruction. High school graduations will be held Thursday, May 7th through Thursday, May 14th. Please RSVP to the schools that you will be attending that graduation. Committee as a whole meetings for May will be held on Tuesday, May 12th, beginning at 7. There will not be a graduation on that night. A special board meeting will be held on Wednesday, May 20th at 11:30 a.m. for the purpose of reviewing the bids for the sale of our bonds. A United Way reception will be held on Thursday, May 21st at 6 p.m. in the atrium. The full board meeting will be held on Thursday, May 21st at 7 p.m. That concludes that. I need a motion for executive session, please.
I move that we go into executive session.
All right, thank you, Ms. Seeley. Ron, Ms. Bettencourt, second. All those in, any questions? Board, comments from the public? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, so ordered. We move into executive session. Good night.